One moment, please. Yeah, they will. They'll need it. It's okay. So we are getting closer to the days of prediction. And I'm sure that you all have heard a lot of predictions being made about what is to occur in the next few days to probably a week. Hello, everyone. I heard something today about another type of prediction. Somebody channels. Okay, you may not agree with channeling and stuff like that, but it's good to take note of all the stuff that's going on out there. It's said that, hello, Susan B. Honey, these channelers are noticing that they said that these beings are going to be coming, I don't know, beings going to be coming from the sun on the 26th and 27th. So that's tomorrow. So that's one thing that I heard rumored. Now, whether or not there's validity to that, I have no idea. But have you all heard any other like predictions or any other things that's been circulating around um, the internet and or in social media groups that I haven't mentioned? Because I've mentioned that, and then there's supposed to be like some kind of a rapture event supposed to be taking place on around the 3rd at midnight, so that'd be into the 4th, something like that, around, yeah, midnight, and people getting taken away, and then if you're left here, well, I don't know, and then going to a Westland or Western world or something, that right there, the 3rd. Oh, I hadn't heard that one yet, you all. If you all got some predictions that you've heard, something that's been predicted, put it in here, because I think it's going to be really cool for people to look back on, you all. I do, because I have not heard them all. I don't get around to all the predictions, all the things that have been predicted. Country boy, you caught me live. I just came in from mowing grass. I got some long pants on, and my husband wanted me to mow half the yard, so when he gets off of work, he can mow the rest of the yard. So I thought, I'm going to mow the half of the yard around the house. That way, if I had to go up there and do a video upstairs in the loft area, why are they disconnecting my connection? Okay, that's what I want to know. Why is my connection getting disconnected? Because I know I have a connection. Am I to just only stay in one spot? Let's see. I'm coming back here. So, and then something I think is supposed to happen on the 28th. I don't know what the 28th was. I cannot remember what was said to have happened then on the 28th, you all. If you all have heard any predictions, can you put them in here? Because there's so many dates being predicted and so many things happening. You all and the algorithm. You're saying hello to the algorithm? That's so nice of you. It really is. September the 3rd. So it's going to be coming around. You know what I saw sent to me? These beings. You know what they look like? Let's see. Who were those? It wasn't Transformers. It was these group of young kids that dressed up in these outfits. And they were like, why are you on? I got a wasp on my phone. Why? And these what are they called? I can't remember their names. They one would wear a red suit, one would wear a blue suit, and they even made like costumes out of them for kids to wear. But someone shared this video going around of these gigantic beings. They said like Project Bluebeam, these holographic beings inside these great big showcase tubes in some city. and they're in these, they look like they're around 30 feet tall, and they got superhero clothes on or something like that. And they're looking at their watch, and as they move their arm, you can see the shadow from the thing that they're standing in, you all. And I'm thinking, well, if it was Project Bluebeam, or if it were fake, if those beings came out of there and they could literally grasp something or do something physical, that ain't a Project Bluebeam, you all. It isn't. Let me see this. You heard a workaround event on Rapture something minute at midnight. Yeah. Oh, let me get this. Nuke gal, they got us running around like a chicken with its head chopped off. Smile this way, that way, over there, Gina. You all, that's right, you all. I want to hear all the predictions. I really do. 'Cause I don't get to make my rounds and hearing them at all. This is Gina. Let's see. Gina, has she done the spirit swap? This is me. This is me. I've always been me. I've always been me, you all. Just like you've always been you. Okay? You have an outgoing you. You have a you that keeps to yourself. Okay, you do. Let's see. Hello. I'm waiting for some more predictions to come through, you all, if you've got it. Yeah. Now, granted, there are a lot of people who claim to be the 144,000. A lot of groups of people from various walks of life in various society, S-E-C-T of society. They can't all be the 144,000, you all. They can't, because each 144 have their own prediction on different time frames, you all, on different time frames. So that's the one thing that, you know, because if you were to go to a certain church, they will claim that they're the 144,000. They will. And I'm thinking, but that's so whatever. But then if you read a biblical account, the 144 are from the 12 tribes of Israel, and there's 12,000 from each of the tribes, the ones who get sealed, and they are the ones who have not blemished themselves with women. They're not. That's what it reads. From the tribe of such and such, 12,000. They're sealed. So I don't know, you all. I don't know. I've heard of a rapture event. I have, and people say, well, it's not in the Bible. I've heard of the gathering up. I've heard many things, you all. I have, and I'm sure you have too. And it's all interesting. It really is. It's nice to hear, to see what's going around. It is, you all. Come on. For the Jews in the tribulation. See that's right. The 144,000 sealed. That's what it said. So, and I don't mean to laugh a tad bit, but you know, I can't help it. All the stuff that goes on. Okay, all the stuff that goes on, you all. And you know, if you're looking to get raptured out of here, if you are, I hope it happens for you. I really do. And I hope you find yourself in a much better place than what you are now. And I hope that if you are hearing that you're going to get raptured out, I hope that it is all true. And I hope that it all happens the way that you were told. I hope that you do not get left behind. I do. And I hope that you don't get your expectations up only to have them dashed to the ground and then have another date put out. I hope that does not happen to you, but I hope that all that you are hearing is true and what you want to, if that's what you want to hear, okay? I really do. I like hearing all the things that are predicted. I do, because it's good because you never know what's circulating around, and you never know what might be true and what might. Country boy, honey, can you slow down on your comments, because it's quite distracting. You never know what might be true and what isn't true, although there's a little bit of truth in everything. And I know that we're living in days where the wool is pulled over people's eyes. Okay, it is. And everything out there, you know, you may have spiritual blinders on, and you may not be able to see the truth. You may not. That's what I'm saying. So I hope it all, if you're looking to get raptured out of here, if that's what you have been told and that's what you believe, I hope it happens for you. I really do, in all honesty. And I hope that if it doesn't, I hope there's a very, very good explanation that you can accept. Okay, and that you know is true. But if there is any other predictions out there, put them on here, you all. Put them on here. Only just don't keep doing the comments over and over and over, because it's disruptive to my train of thought, and I can't focus unless I literally tune it completely out. So don't take offense. I'm just telling you, it's distracting to me. You want some an uncloaking, not the Project Blue Beam stuff. I haven't heard about the Anunnaki something 2022. I haven't at all. I don't think I've heard of a Nancy Lighter of a Zeta Talk. I've heard of Zeta Talk. I've heard of Zetas a long, long, long time ago. I have. Yeah, so there's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of change taking place. There is a ton of change. Country boy. Well, I'm glad. Thank you. There's something written by Maximilary. I can't. I wish they'd let me see the whole comment on my phone, but I can't see it, you all. Yes, discernment. You all, please exercise discernment. And there's something that is read. There is like a scripture that said, if it were possible, it would deceive even the elect. But it said the word if, when this thing happens. A great illusion, delusion, something like that. But then it says, if it were possible, you will be deceived. So you all just please. And I know it's exciting to hear. It's exciting to hear that there's UFO ships up there, and there really are. It's exciting to hear that, you know, we might get raptured out of here, or, you know, we might have contact, alien contact, and stuff like that. I like seeing the UFOs. I like documenting them. I really do. It is exciting. It's very, very exciting. It is, you all. That's right. But please, please use discernment, you all. That's right, because I'm telling you right now, I personally, I am keeping track of all the predicted things that I've heard, because when those days come, I'm going to look around and I'm going to see if anybody is missing. I am. I'm going to see if anybody is missing. Okay. If people are taken out of here and I'm left behind, I'm going to see. But that will be a real world event. Okay, it will be. One way or another, it would be a real world event if people just started missing. Even if it was a fake alien invasion, a Project Blue Beam, or anything like that, it really would be a real world event. And I'd be, if I was left here, I'd be wondering, where did those people go? It's just like, okay, pause. It's just like when you have airlines, when you have airplanes in the sky full of people, and then they disappear. They totally disappear. There's no records, there's nothing. Did they get raptured out of here like that? But see, they know the people are missing because they never come back. Who took those airplanes full of passengers, you all? Who took them? Where did they go? Did they go through a wormhole or something, through a portal that opened up in the Earth's magnetic field and just disappeared? Okay, because those are the things that nobody knows what happened to them. There's nothing. It's like the Amelia Earhart, her plane went missing and nobody knew what happened when it went missing at all. Oh, Gina, you won't miss it. A lot of people will be gone. Well, when it's my time to go, I can wholeheartedly assure you I am not going to be here. I will not be here when my time is up. And whether it's through the physical death of my body or whether I get beamed up or I just disappear like that. I hope my body don't get disintegrated in a plasma beam until there's nothing left of me. And when it's your all's time to go, I really do believe this. When it's your time to go on Earth, and however you're meant to go, that's how you're going to be leaving this Earth. And if it is like in a rapture, if it is UFOs beaming you up on your own free will, and you're happy about it, and you have an overall sense of peace, I'm very happy for you. I really am. Maybe you're going to a better place, another realm. I hope it's not a bad realm or anything. I need to bring my other glasses down here. Vibrations are beautiful to not leave peacefully. That's right. Leave in peace. Because if there were like a mass sighting of UFOs, I would really love to document it, you all. I would love it. I would broadcast it live if I could do it. I'd do it here on the YouTube. It'd be a sight to see. It really would. Because, you know, there's lots of movies that depict people disappearing. People disappearing, like the video from last night, that the plasma apocalypse and stuff, how that happened. The storyline was like people disappeared. It was like a rapture event. And the government's passed it off as an alien invasion. I could see where that would go. I really could. I could see where that would happen, why they would push it off, because they didn't want the people to know, hey, there's another life out there. There's another life out there. There's another world out there. I could see that happening, because I think you're supposed to be totally centered on this world that you live in right now. Totally centered and focused on this, and not be thinking on the life after this life or the other realm other than this realm. Email bones. I don't know what an email is. And somebody would be in YouTube jail if they shared something. I don't know. Let's see. Neil Nelson. Who would be in YouTube jail if they shared something? And what is that something that you're talking about? That's what I would like to know. Who would be in YouTube jail if they shared? Hello. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah. Let's face it, UFOs are all the thing. You get on the YouTube train of UFOs. They got train cars for UFOs, you know. Speaking like that, you know, they got all different cars. If YouTube was a train, they'd have different trains for different subjects and stuff like that. This is like a UFO supernatural like thing. People were sharing NASA discovered lights on a distant planet. That's wonderful. It really is. Um, yeah. I didn't get a response. I don't think I would be. If I was able to see it, and if it's meant for me to share it, there will be no stopping it. There will be no stopping it at all. It will go out the way it's intended to go out. That's what would happen, just like that, you all. Hello there, Susan, and everyone on here. Thank you all for being on here. So I'm just asking you all the predicted dates. There's a date coming up tomorrow on the 26th and the 27th. There's supposed to be, I guess, beings channeled. Somebody channeled beings. I think that's how it went, coming out of the sun. I saw it this morning. And I said, well, that's interesting because of that great big massive planet-sized like object that was tethered to the sun with those big tentacles and stuff this morning. Because they are quite active, you all. They're quite active on the, you let me know if my screen zooms up on me again, you let me know, because I'm going to try to watch the comments, because I was probed. That's what it was. They were probing me for some strange reason. Yeah. So the 26th, 27th. I think there's something that's happening on the 28th. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think that was like another UFO thing. Martial law on September the 3rd. A rapture event on September the 3rd at midnight on the 3rd and the 4th. You know, they said it. And also, I think I read concerning that something would be activated and people would turn into zombies. I read that too. My screen got dark on me, so it's hard for me to see these comments. We are going home one day. Yeah, I'm sure that all of us will meet one day. If we truly are meant to be here at this specific time, and if we truly did volunteer to come here, and we have no recollection of volunteering to come here, but you know you have a mission. I've heard about the soul contracts. I've heard about all of this stuff, you know, the theories of reincarnation. You've lived before. I know that I'm a very old soul, an extremely old soul. I'm probably not extremely old. I think this would be my 23rd time coming back to this earth, you all. 23rd or 24th time coming back to this earth in physical form, if you were to believe in reincarnation. Unless somebody put that thought in my head. 23 or 24 years. And there is something to it, because people remember past lives. Some people say, well, that's just in memories that somebody put in their mind. They don't remember nothing. Children remember it. They do remember who they were. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of interesting subject matters subjects to study. And there's subject matter experts in all of these subjects. And there's some people who feel that they are the most proficient subject matter experts until they meet someone else, and then they realize, wow, I didn't know that. I saw that on somebody's video before, a comment someone made. They thought, I've been studying this for 30 years, and now you're showing me this? I've never seen this before. Thank you so, so much. It's things like that, you. I wish my screen would got brighter, but it didn't. Country Boy, I don't know anything about that. Demons and angels reincarnating on other planets. I really don't. I've never even thought of anything like that. I'm sure if you see some of the movies, the series about humans who are angels in disguise, And if you see like the vril, how they can take over the human body and stuff like that, anything's possible. And you've met people in your life, I'm sure people have, who they appear as an angel. An angel. In human form, you just feel that they must have been an angel. And then you go look for them and they're totally gone. Was that a TV series, Touched by an Angel or something? I wrote a poem. It was several years back, titled "Give Me Back My Wings," and I think I shared it in the community section one time. That's what it was about. Was that just my hand, or something flew across my screen? Yeah, give me back my wings. Vril. Randy, honey, you got to go look up the word VRIL, the vril, and then just type in the word alien. You'll get to it. You'll find out all about the vril, who have the ability to take over people's bodies. Oh, there's old books. There's old books that were written about it. It said the coming race. The coming race, like they come from inner earth or something like that, I think. But there's real old books that were written about it. And it just like faded out of history, out of time. Yeah, the body through the, oh, yeah, that's right. You can, there, you don't even have to go research it, you all. So if you're just tuning in, if you've got a prediction, the days of the predicted are nearing, like tomorrow, the 26th and 27th, some channelers said that they are or the remote viewers, that's what they were, remote viewers. The remote viewers said there's going to be beings coming out of the sun on the 26th and 27th, dark beings. And then on the 28th, there's some kind of other event happening, you all. And then there's like a predicted event on the 3rd of a 144 rapture and around midnight. And the ships are going to show up, and something about a man in an orange suit. I can't remember where I seen the man in the orange suit at. And your code, like 001000, I don't know. And you got to exit the matrix or something like that, you all. That these sound so strange, but you got to pay attention and you got to be aware what's circulating. That way you can make, you got to be discerning. You do. Gather all the data that's out there, you all. I'm sure the algorithm's got it all down pat, you all. There's nothing that has slipped by that algorithm. And you know, didn't they have, like the algorithm, being able to predict the future based on the present and the past? Future things that would happen. It's kind of like the, what's that thing? Like, well, it'd be like the geometra something thing. I don't know what it is. I'm not one for the geometra code or whatever that thing is called. The sun is HE double hockey sticks is what it is. It's not something, you all. Oh, Alice through the looking glass. I've never seen it, but a gematria. Thank you. Gematria. Well, I know that there's something on the sun, and it's those dark filament beings. They're like living entities, and they look like they got great big long snake-like tentacles. And I don't mean any disrespect, you all. I don't. But there's something with that sun, and also there's ships going in and out of the portals on the sun. They're going in and out of the sun, and sometimes in some of those portals, like we've documented on the SDO AIA 171, there's like fleets of ships. They appear, it's on the blue SDO. They appear as little black ships of rectangular and little cube-like on there coming out. There was a period that I did a video. There was a whole lot coming out in one day. But see, that's only like certain timestamps of the day. And if they don't just come out, then you know they come out continually to and fro on the sun, going back and forth and back and forth. And like on the sun, if you go to my playlist, the ISWA NASA playlist, I've documented ships on the sun, like an eye-opening large ship, and you can clearly see that massive ship. It's really long, and it has like a rudder at the end of it coming out of the sun, and it's white. So there are ships in the sun. They're coming from somewhere, you all. It's not make-believe or anything like that at all. There's no make-believe about it. The UFOs are up there. They've always been here, according to some. There's always been other dimensions. And some say that Earth is under observation. I heard a long time ago that there's like a dome. And let me say this right now. I don't have a problem if you have the flat Earth theory. I don't have a problem with the round ball theory. I don't have a problem with the Earth being a ship, a physical ship. I don't have a problem. I like hearing all the different theories. That's why if you talk about your theory, I'm not going to get upset as long as you're not rude when you try to shove it down my throat, okay, or other people's throats. We like hearing different types of theories that are out there because they help make part of the puzzle. They help bring it all together because those theories, they had to come from somewhere. They had to come from somewhere, all of it, you all. And it's okay. It really is. Oh my. So we can, that's right, you all. The ships come out the doorway of the sun, and the doorway of the sun is square. I've seen that. I have seen that. It's open at the fullest winter and summer solstice. Yeah, I have seen a square doorway, but some of these ships, well, would you be talking about the actual center of the sun, and the outer layer is just like a cloaking device, and it makes it appear like ships are coming out of the coronal holes in the sun, because they are coming out of the coronal holes in the sun also. A lot of that. Cliff High has a computer pods in the future. Pods. Yeah. I am going to hop off of here, you all. I'm done talking. My words are gone. And my screen is getting dark. I can barely see my screen on here with the words. It's hard for me because they darken. You ever notice when you go to video mode, even if your phone is not pointing toward the sun, it darkens it, and you can't see. You can't see the comments. I think I see Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Yeah, so there's lots of predictions. There's probably a handful of predictions that you can count on one hand coming up for these UFOs and stuff like that. And then there's one for the end of the year about a CBDC rollover occurring by December 13th or 9th or something like that, you all. But the most important ones that I'm going to keep track of, and I will, and I'm going to come on here too. I thought about staying up on, what was it? September the 3rd at midnight, and be on here live and see if I get beamed up in the sky, or if people start disappearing, or if UFO ships show up in the sky, because that will roll over into the 4th. Because if that happens, it would be a worldwide event, and everybody would see it, you all. Everybody would see it. Yeah, I could even come outside and do it, and be ready. Just walk outside and see if we see some ships in the sky is what we could do. Oh my goodness gracious. Midnight, what time frame? That's a really good question, Lucky Smith. I have no idea what time frame that would be. I never heard it. I heard at midnight. If somebody knows what time frame they spoke of, you all, can you tell us? Because it could vary from 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour. Based on where you live in the world, midnight will be a different time of day. Midnight will even be, midnight here is daylight somewhere else. So I know, let's talk. No, see, now you got me going. I know that if they gave a midnight time frame, and would that just apply to, like, say, one country's midnight time frame or another country's midnight time frame? Would it? Because if so, then it would be going all the time. It would be going all throughout the day. But then if you have 144,000 people disappearing all at once, I would like to know what time frame that would be in. Because even in Hawaii, there's a 6-hour difference from here to Hawaii. So that's a good one, you all. That is a very good question, because I never heard the Mountain Time, Eastern Time, New Greenland Time, or something, Greenwich, something like that time. That's a very good point to bring up, and thank you for whoever brought that up. We want to know what time, because as of right now, I would be thinking, oh, midnight my time, Eastern Standard Time. You may be thinking midnight your time, Mountain Time. You may be thinking it. And if you're in another country, I think it's got a bug flying around. In another country, you may be thinking midnight your time. I think there needs to be some clarification. I really do. Some clarification to be put out there on what time frame for these events. Yes, let's just schedule it, Michelle, honey. That's right. Let's have one solid time frame for everybody, you all. That's right. A show fly. You was thinking you needed an outdoor walk with Gina today, and it's been rough. Well, you got your outdoor with some greenery. That's right, and we will. Yeah, an outdoor walk. Normally I don't get on here, but I thought, well, I'm going to do a video because I just got through mowing half the yard, left the other half for my husband to mow. Yeah, it's okay, you all. That's what they say. We are the stars. I will number your descendants like the, what's that? Like the stars in the sky? Was that what it is? Or like the sands of the sea? That's right, you all. That's right. On the porch with Gina every day. Yeah, and it's good to walk back and forth. It really is. To walk back and forth on the porch. You don't have the same cells. That's right. That's right. See, that's a good point too. We all don't have the same cells, and we all have different blood types. That's right, you all. That's right. We do. And that's all right, you all. So there's predicted times coming. The day of the predicted is coming. The days of the predicted. The 26th, 27th, 28th, September the 3rd, and September the 4th at midnight, whatever time midnight would be, based on where you live, because that was not clarified. It was not clarified, you all. It wasn't. That's right. But I think there was a stipulation. I think they put a stipulation in there. The stipulation was, after the predicted events, of course, no one knows the day or the hour, not even the sun. No one knows the day or the hour. That was a disclaimer that was put in there. And what was the something else? Oh yeah, the other disclaimer I think that would be put in there that probably was, if the planet can raise its vibration up, then you can ascend or you can be raptured. If the whole planet, so if the whole planet does not raise the vibration up, then there will be no rapture. I think that's the other disclaimer. Now that's what I personally say, because I saw two things that were mentioned, or heard two things that were mentioned. No one knows the day or the hour, and if you can get that vibration up, you can ascend. Some of us have already ascended within our spirits, and we have grown more spiritually. We have, and you know that you have seen a lot of spiritual growth within you, and I think that's wonderful. If you have grown within inside here spiritually, that's wonderful. It really is. You're rising above that nature is what's happening. Let's see. People think midnight because it's popular for a man. Yeah, you know not the hour. If the thief had, if the man, good man of the house would have known when the thief would have came, he would have stood guard. That's right. So there's a lot, you all. There's a lot. Just keep your eyes and ears open, you all. I'm not going to forget about this. I'm not. I'm going to... I'm going to keep track of this, because I want to know how it all pans out is what I want to know. How does it all pan out? And if 3 or 4 months from now I'm still here doing these videos, then I guess there's been other plans implemented, probably. Yeah. Let's see. I am going to go, you all. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are. Oh, and also someone said on September the 3rd, martial law. I didn't hear that one. I heard that one in the comment section now, you all. Just predicted times and dates. We don't have a specific time for that, the one on September the 3rd or 4th. There is no specific time, whether you live in any part of the world, but that's okay. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. And thank you for commenting. Please comment. If you're watching this as a replay, put what you've heard in the comments, because we really do. I want to know what all is being said about predicted dates that are coming up within the week. I really want to know, or even within this year, because there's a lot of us who do not know. There's a lot of us don't even know where to find that information, and we don't got time. If you can put it there, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Susan B. If there's any other operators, moderators on here, thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon. You all, love you.